Swine flu is now an important part of our lives. Listen to this medical report which has been taken from the NHS website. On September 22, 2009, the CDC upgraded its recommendations for the use of influenza antiviral medicines to provide additional guidance for clinicians in prescribing antiviral medicines. But who is supposed to understand this? Let's try this one from the CBBC Newsround website. Swine flu is a respiratory disease, which means that it is to do with the breathing. This usually affects pigs. It is caused by a strain of the influenza virus and is a bit like human flu. That's better. I can understand what I'm reading here, but what makes one much easier to understand than the other? This is all to do with the reading ages, which is all to do with the number of sentences and the number of long words. Here, a long word is defined by the number of syllables, rather than the number of letters in the word. The fog readability text uses a text length of 100 words. In the first article, there were only 4 sentences and 41 long words. With the 3 syllables or over, this gives it a reading age of well over 16, considered very high. The second article had 5 sentences and just 10 long words, hence this article had a more reasonable reading age of 13. So how is the reading age calculated? This is given by a mathematical formula. Reading age equals... Fortunately, there is a convenience table to do all the hard work for you. The smog test is a second way of finding out how easy a piece of text is to read and uses a text length of 10 sentences. Once again, the number of words with 3 or more syllables also feature in the calculation. However, this time it is not a traditional mathematical calculation. The smog test gives a readability score rather than a reading age. The higher the score, the more difficult the text is to understand. Hence, our first piece of text has a score of 26 and the second a score of 16, which again means that the second piece is easier to read than the first. But what about a really simple piece of text? This text is from a book which encourages those with reading difficulties to read.
She pointed to Reg, making his way down the street. "His mate's coming now. Let him have it." She smiled at Tom. "OK, love?" she said.
Notice the much shorter sentence structure and the fact that there are very few long words. This text has a smog readability score of just 8 and a fog readability age of just 7. On that thought, back to the studio.